My husband made me do everything on Mother's Day, then got mad when I asked him to help himself for once. Now he's calling me abusive because I stopped doing everything for him. This morning I woke up early to order myself coffee so he could take our son to pick it up and surprise me. Then they went to the grocery store and thoughtfully picked out my favorite breakfast. They came home, my husband made half of the breakfast, and then asked me to make the other half. No problem. He acknowledged that he was asking me to do the work and still taking credit for the benefit of our kids' experience and memories. It was no problem until he went upstairs to go to the bathroom, and after 45 minutes I walked upstairs to check on him, and he was asleep in our bed. He slept the entire afternoon. Later that day, I was doing the absolute mountain of dishes, my third load for the day, that's another story, and he asked me to make a grocery list. I asked if he could please make the list because I was in the middle of doing the dishes. I even tried to coax him by playfully referencing Mother's Day. I didn't want to drop what I was doing to look in the fridge he was already standing right in front of, to tell him what we needed for dinner. He knows what the ingredients are. He could easily look himself, but he insisted I help him. I was super frustrated, so I took a deep breath, washed and dried my hands, then opened the fridge and started telling him what we needed. He could sense my frustration and called me on it. I explained that I was hoping he could make a list himself just this once because I was in the middle of doing the dishes. I explained that when I make a grocery list, I just look at what we have and write down what we don't have, and I didn't understand why he needed my help. He started talking over me to say if I had a problem making a grocery list with him, I should have just told him. I told him that I did communicate that. He doubled down and told me that I need to learn some patience. I smiled and said, "Happy Father's Day," because it was the nicest thing I could think to say. That completely set him off. He went off on me, refused to get ingredients to make our dinner, bought dinner for only himself and our kids, and has been giving me the silent treatment for over an hour. He says I went too far. Updates since Sunday. I have not lifted a single finger for Baby Sinclair, my internal nickname for him, unless it directly impacts our kids. Every time he requests my help or asks me to do something for him that he can do himself, I use my absolute sweetest voice to let him know he doesn't need my help and that I believe in his ability to complete the task himself. Then I smile and walk away. The third time I did this, he said I was making him uneasy. I could not help but laugh, which made him say he felt even more uneasy. I know it wasn't kind, but I calmly told him he is a pathetic human. I told him I'm sorry it has to be me, but someone in his life needs to tell him to grow the fuck up. I told him I care about him and I love him, but I will not tolerate being treated with disrespect even one more day. He said I am abusive. The actual audacity. I'll spare the divorce conversation, but I have calmly listened to him gush over his love for our family and how much he loves and appreciates me and thinks I am an amazing mom. He says he loves me, but all I hear in my head is his voice screaming, "Fucking bitch," at me. It all sounds so obviously disingenuous. I told him his words mean nothing while his behavior is the same. It's like saying waffles have legs, it sounds unbelievable, and if I don't see it with my own eyes, I'm not believing it. I told him that regardless of whether we stay together or not, we need to go back to therapy, both together and separately.